Hey friends, good evening. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Essential Stencil page. Okay guys, so tonight we are going to use the lace stencil tonight along with this beautiful transfer right here. I'm going to go ahead and do white as my base. So this is a 16-inch round, guys, 16-inch round. So we're just going to do a white background. Grab it on there, dry it. White, you're always going to have to do a second coat 99.9% of the time. So I'm not going to worry about perfection on the bottom coat. See what I'm talking about? It's not perfect, but it's going to look just fine. We want to make sure that our surface is dry and oil-free, because if it's not, our transfers will not stick as well. So we gotta make sure it's completely dry. So we are going to do pink. And then we are just going to come through with our swirling motion onto our piece. So we'll just see. We'll see what it looks like. All right. But I think that's gorgeous. So we will, this is what it looks like this direction. And I'm kind of loving that I did it this way. Hopefully it goes with the stencil well. But y'all, how pretty is that? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one because I can see it pretty well, and I am just going to line it up right here with the rest of my design, and then I'm going to pull it over to the side. And we'll definitely hit the side. That's going to be all we need. So that's how I lined it up all the way across, guys. You can't even tell that we, so easy. If you're talking about this, so easy. All right, so now I'm going to line up this one. So we did opposite ends. Does that make sense? Because we did the sideways, and I want to pull this down. So where we had it like this, we're just going to move it to this design right here. Okay, if I move it a little bit this direction and a little bit this direction, see, like that's almost perfect, right like that. So I figured this was the next best to add, like this pink, to add it with this one. See what it looks like. All right, so I just brought it down. And guys, I'm not stenciling the whole entire thing because I know the middle is going to go over it, but I do want my edges to show up. So I say I'm not going to stencil the whole thing, but I'm going to be pretty close. I should have come down just a little bit more. I should have just gone ahead and stenciled the whole thing, y'all, but that's okay. All right, let me bring this down. We're just kind of going to go around in a circle. But in my mind, it all works out right. And then I won't have anything stenciled in the middle. Y'all, I'm that person. Long. Okay. And then, see, I'm just taking it, lining it up, going around in a circle, basically, is all I'm doing, y'all, because it's not a circular stencil, so I'm making it into one. So if we take it like this, I may have just made a mess for myself, y'all, but we'll figure it out. So got it like this, bring it down. I think that'll be fun. Okay. So I got a little bit off right here from a distance. You really can't see it. This middle is going to be covered up. We can always, you can tell right here, it's just like barely not enough way around the way I did it, but we're going to have that transfer on here, so I think we're going to be good. That is what it would look like if you did a white bottom with a pink top, or if you did like a white bottom with a black. That would be really pretty, not for this particular project, but that's what it's going to look like. All right, let me wrap my stencil brush up. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a pretty color. Pretty color. I love this tea rose. I just tried out this tea rose not long ago, and y'all, it's become one of my favorite pink colors. I just absolutely love it. Okay, got that wrapped up, got that put to the side. All right, the only reason we wrap this up is so it doesn't dry out. It's really pretty. Okay. So, all right, so now I'm just going to take a high grit sandpaper, because this is a chalk paint that we've stenciled with, and I am going to just sand it down because I want my stencil to be smooth. Okay, so when I do, I'm moving that because I don't want to get it on there. When I do my larger transfers, guys, I take the one side and I always lay it facing down toward the sticky side towards me. All right, so then I flip it over facing me. Okay. But I've done it both ways. I've done this with a brick pattern before. I haven't done this, but I've done a brick pattern, and I did my brick pattern after I laid it down. So I knew exactly where my transfer was, so I could line it up that way. So you can do it that way too. We got a lot of small letters down here, so I want to always make sure that this is not where I stop when I'm doing my transfer. And I say this every time, especially when we have words or a design. Sometimes when you wait to do this part last and you go to lift off your transfer, if it's not done all the way, you miss some of your letters. So I always make sure that I do that and kind of work towards the middle. So I start at the top, work around the bottom, work around the sides, just to make sure that everything is burnished down. And I'm going to get all my design on there. Can y'all see this coming together? Oh my goodness. Okay. Are y'all ready for this piece, y'all? This was so fun and pretty. Look at that. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to kind of show it from here because it shows it a little bit better with the ring light. So we've got, just to show y'all that everything shows up. So we've got our stamps there, our words, our flowers. Of course, this is where the white was. And I wanted that bite to kind of stand out more. And then we have our decorative design. Now, if this was too much for you, we could come back over with like a light dry brush with our white. But I love it. For what I'm doing this for and who I'm going to potentially sell this to, she's going to love it like this. So the last step that I'm going to do, this is so pretty. I don't know if it does justice on the screen versus here, but it is gorgeous. I am going to go around, and y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but we have our black here. So I'm going to go around and frame this in with black, and I go around the outside. Okay, can y'all see? I don't even know if y'all can see that black around there. I don't know if y'all can or not. But we could come in heavier with it. It is there, I promise. See, it's right up here around the edges, and it just kind of brings that all together. But how gorgeous is that? Do y'all want to do a quick bunny project? Do we want to do this pink on the background? I think we do. What do y'all think? I love that. I love that rose color. Let's do it. So let's go ahead. Yep. And I'm trying to get this where I only need one coat on here. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is chalk paint. I sanded it. And then I'm taking my shop towel because you can see that residue right there. If you leave that residue when you do your transfer is not going to adhere because it is adhering to, I don't want to say dust, but it's like a dust. So you want to make sure you get that off. And then it's clear of the residue. All right, so we've got our cute little bunny. Okay. Okay. Committing with the placement. Okay, I was thinking about putting the lace on there, but y'all, I'm just going to leave it like this because it's just adorable just like this. All right, so here was our first piece with our bikes and our fun lace pattern. And then we have our little buddy. So that's all I've got for y'all tonight. You can see how one color can dramatically change a look of your project by mixing your colors together with different stencils and designs. So thanks for hanging out, guys, and I will see y'all over here on the Essential Stencil page. Now, and guys, and don't forget, use code CraftTreasures at checkout. It will save 10%. Lots of new things. Go check it out at EssentialStencil.com. And my code CraftTreasures saves at checkout. Thank y'all, guys. I can't believe I almost forgot that. I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.